Coming at you with a Greninja deck featuring Mewtwo EX today. As something of a Greninja connoisseur, I've played a ton of different two-color combinations with this card, and I think this build sporting a singleton Mewtwo EX is probably the most powerful build of Greninja I've played to date. The Greninja deck traditionally struggles against things like Charizard or sometimes even other Mewtwo decks where you just can't deal a big burst of damage at the end of the game to finish off their final attacker, and Mewtwo EX lets us do that really cleanly. While you do need 2 psychic energies, you can also have 2 colorless to use Mewtwo's big blast at the end, which makes it fairly forgiving for a 2-color shell. I also think Greninja complements Mewtwo's weaknesses quite nicely because there are a handful of characters in the game, such as Charizard EX, that Mewtwo EX's big blast can't finish in one go, and a Water Shuriken from Greninja plus our copy of Giovanni lets us blow away even 188 point EX Pokemon in one swing with Mewtwo at the end of the game. We mix in a couple of Kangaskhan's in our front line to give us time to build up our Stage 2 or Mewtwo's Final Blast. We have a pretty solid recipe for success that's been putting up in results in a lot of these community tournaments. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed today's games. I think they do a fantastic showcase of the power that this deck has to offer. If you like what you see, smash that button for the rest of the day. Have fun. Ideally, I want a Kanga and a Mewtwo here. So we're going to lead on the research so we can hopefully find 2 basics. Oops. I'm going to Sabrina them. So they needed X speed in order to knock out this Froakie this turn. I don't think I'm going to burn the potion, though. Morning, Guilford. Yeah, yesterday was the last day of drops. For the snap side. Then the eternal question of how many Ericas do they have? I just noticed that you carefully zoomed in to your bench Pokemon so you can see the energies on them. Yep. Trying to get good attention to detail around here. Pretty good red card for us, yeah. They unlocked my Frogadier. It does exist. Now we'll never draw Greninja. Why I gotta put that energy out there? This game was a stellar example of how even when red card is good, they turned my 5 cards into 3. Red card is actually still trash. Most of the time in Pokemon Pocket, the good decks want to play their cards out, which means when I'm stuck on 5 cards in my hand, it means I'm missing something. And I will happily trade 5 cards in that are bricked for a chance at drawing my Frogadier, which is exactly what happened here. But you're ignoring the fact that the number went down. I am. Yeah. Factual. We had a lot of fun with the Victory Bell Greninja deck you featured on YouTube a little bit ago. Yeah, that one's a lot of fun too. One's up there for my favorite frog decks. I would bet significant money we will never see Pokeballs like Ultra Ball from the paper TCG that search specific Pokemon out of your deck. I would bet if they add any other Pokeballs to the game, they will get a random with a condition. I have 3... Are these 27-inch or 24-inch? I think they're 24-inch. I'm gonna be honest, I don't fully remember though. What's the win condition on this deck? When you get 3 knockout points, you win the game in Pokemon Pocket. In what case would you recommend Tauros over Kangaskhan? Actual never. People telling you there are actual use cases for Tauros over Kangaskhan are full cope. Kangaskhan is significantly better. Charge in Mewtwo. Kanga! Why, Kanga? What's the difference between Pocket and Live? Live is a digital version of Pokemon's paper card game. Pocket is a re-imaging of the card game for the 21st century in digital form. It has different cards and mechanics. I kind of need to hit X speed this turn. 1 and 4. I just need Kanga to hit a heads, right? I've already played 1 Sabrina. It might have been wrong to build the Mewtwo as aggressively as I did. It might have been right to put a second energy on here to have the retreat angle. I can do 170 next turn. They probably have second Erica at this point, though. So we're good? Yeah, if they had Erica, we would have put the frog up and then not been able to beat Sabrina. But ideally, I want to beat Sabrina. So getting to see Greninja complement Mewtwo here really nicely, ramping us up into that extra breakpoint that normally Mewtwo would not be able to get through with its side drive. Dedicate this game to the person that came into a chat and asserted that putting 4 energies on Mewtwo was too slow. without Gardevoir. You can take games and draw them out with high HP Pokemon like Kangaskhan and Greninja. I think Kangaskhan's power is related to the fact that 100 HP is an important breakpoint for it. Both against Pikachu and against Starmie, but it's also underrated that if you have room to play potions in your deck, 100 HP is an important breakpoint against Mewtwo as well, because 100 HP plus a potion means Mewtwo takes 3 turns to knock you out also. It's all about that breakpoint math. Looking for 2 basics here. Am I? I'm actually not sure. I'll research first, see where we go. I've got some frogs, Chip. My kingdom to do 30 to a Moltres here. Is Charmander up here, who has a weakness to water. Drip, drip, drip. This being a 10 means even if they retreat it back, Greninja can clear it next turn. Yeah, Potion or a Charmeleon to save this knockout point here. Ooh, they have the Charizard. That means we're probably dead. What's the line here? If I draw a Frogadier next turn, can we be in the game still? Maybe. Need like 3 tails here. 2 heads. Frogadier! Think we're torched without a Frogadier. Think it's this. Maybe I should have put the other Kanga on the bench, actually, so after they knock this one out, I can put another one up. I think our line here involves drawing another Sabrina. No, I think 20 card decks is great. I think all of the variants around the game is very carefully crafted to account for 20 card decks being a thing. Man, we're so close. Wait, they can't do this 2 more turns in a row, right? So I put this here. I hit them for 20. I hit them for 50. And then they can't knock this one out immediately, right? Drip, drip, drip. And then next turn we hit them for 90, 100. Yeah, I think we're actually clawing back into this, huh? Because to retreat, they gotta give up the energy. And if they don't Crimson Storm, they're dead to the Greninja in hand. And I get the win when I knock this out. Giovanni's lethal this turn. Whoo, doggy! That's the good stuff, gamers. That was a wonderful Greninja game, huh? What a frog game. I thought we were in trouble there. This Twitch stream is pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. Because they hyper-focus their memory on the time a red card happened to be good against them, and they choose to forget they have selective memory bias, the times where it did nothing or made their hand better. Guaranteed to be a little froaky for us. Lovely. I played out the other Kenga. I think I am. Plays around Sabrina. All right, Mama, I'm gonna need you to put this snob in a little box in the ground for me, okay? Well, you know, beggars shan't be choosers. Kangaskhan's a great Pokemon. It's quickly becoming one of my favorites. Agree. It's lovely. Easily one of the best fillers you can put in a deck. Very good at buying time. Am I playing around Giovanni? I don't think so. Whatever happens, happens. I assume they're a Dragonite deck that hasn't found Dragonite yet. Alright, we need to wake up and hit one head so Mewtwo can clean house. There we go. And 2 heads means they can't even push their way out of it, so that's lovely. And then if we can find a Greninja or a Giovanni, Mewtwo's side drive clears Dragonite in a single hit. It's noteworthy here. I say, are they debating not attacking here? They could have been. Alright, what are your finest Greninjas, please, deck? Lovely, lovely. Ask and you shall receive. And with no Dragonair here, we're super done, yeah? Sabrina just for the extra rubs. Question that often gets asked is, Jeff, are you supposed to Pokeball first or research first? And as the answer to many interesting questions in card games often are, it depends is the answer. So for example, in this hand, if I don't draw a basic on my first card, I'm gonna research first because I'd really like to get 2 basics here. Ideally, I'm looking for a Froakie and a Mewtwo. And now, drawing the Mewtwo changes that dynamic. I don't really need another Kangaskhan or 2 Froakies, so now I'm gonna Pokeball first, and if we hit Froakie and not the Con, we're just gonna chill on the Professor's Research for now. So, the sequencing on these is always, do you want 1 basic or 2? If you want 2 basics, you research first. If you want 1 basic, you Pokeball first, and go from there. Thoughts on the Arcanine Charizard deck? I think it's sweet. If you want a fuller explanation other than it's sweet, you should check out the meta round deck from yesterday where I talked about that. So I will say it feels incredibly satisfying as a deck builder theory crafter to see all of the good decks in Pokemon Pocket optimizing towards what I said would be best, which is playing more basic Pokemon. Genuinely felt like I was taking crazy pills when this game launched and soft launched, and so many creators were talking about, oh, you should play less basics. I was just like, that doesn't make any sense. And it's been great to see it play out in practice as tournament lists have been optimized to play 5 and 6 basics. I want to say the meta videos are the best Pocket content on YouTube. Thanks. I think we're... Not only creators, but I heard professional Pokemon TCG players saying basics were better. I think a lot of people who played regular Pokemon TCG professionally or competitively or whatever you want to call it, I think a lot of them failed to appropriately re-evaluate their card evaluation skills when they came into Pocket. They were like, they basically came at Pocket from the approach of this game works the same as paper Pokemon TCG, and it really doesn't. And it was a mistake for them to not change their evaluations of cards based on. In fact, that exact thing there is why I think Red Card is so popular and people play too much of it. Red Card is a card that, as written, would be incredibly powerful in paper Pokemon TCG. But in a game where decks are 20 cards, it's just a very different dynamic. And the people giving out card evaluations did not appropriately reassess, oh, I need to think differently about this now. Alright, so this clears Kangaskhan in 1. And then the Greninja with the Giovanni is still 10 short on this, which is unfortunate. But if they don't have a Giovanni here, they can't clear my Greninja in 1. Do I Sabrina them? Is that crazy? I think the Sabrina is bad because, the Sabrina is bad because I want to attack their card that has energy on it, I think, here. Pokemon Pocket is a completely different game inspired by the original TCG. That is the perfect way to describe Pokemon Pocket. It is inspired by. Is exactly the way I would describe it. And then with X speed here, I bet this game is done. One of the things that I think makes me a stronger deck builder and theory crafter than a lot of people is the fact that I am willing to be like, I don't know the answer to this, or I'm willing to play with things that I think might be bad up front. I think too many people just be like, okay, red card's good in theory, we're gonna play it, and they just stop there, and they don't iterate and try other things, which is so good. Is Jolteon the best evolution? If I'm being honest, the more I've played with the other evolutions, the more I've kind of enjoyed them. I think Flareon in particular is one that's been growing on me. The 120 HP and 110 is pretty alright. We're done here, yeah? Also water. I think I'm supposed to lead on Froakie. Wait, they're Greninja and they let on Meowth? Weird choice. Put Mama up. Put second Mama on the bench to play around Sabrina. Yeah, that's the question. What's the point of having Meowth if it's not going in your active? Exactly my small head scratch here to start. I guess they had Misty and thought they could Misty onto the Froakie, but it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him here, huh? Meowth is there for moral support, something like that. Mama just killed a frog. Dizzy punch to the head. In the graveyard, now it's dead. Mama, the game had just begun. Kitty. They're protecting their Meowth from double head, something like that. Good night, video gamers. Lovely, lovely. Favorite deck? Greninja's Evolutions and 14 other cards. Ooh, I wonder if this is the Ninetales Farfetch play deck. You ever see a bird slap a frog? Well, you're about to. One of your finest X speeds, please, deck. U2A. I think I'm letting put the Froakie down. Energy disadvantage will give up a knockout point. All right, now I would like a Frogadair for a Froakie. You're late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. You're late, you're late, you're late. All right, Mama's gonna continue bringing the fire. But it is noteworthy here that Ninetales Blaine burns her down in one. Blaine into Sabrina is gonna be bad news bears for us. Yep. Kinda wanna hit our second Kenga here to play around the Sabrina, to be able to play around the Sabrina. So they need X speed here. Would be bad for us. Wait, with the Greninja, if they don't have other Ninetales, we're still winning here, yeah? Oh, they have the Sabrina. Rip. What a close game. So, if they didn't have the Sabrina, we would have gotten to Greninja knock this out, and then Sabrina up their Vulpix to clear. Yeah, they had it all, and they had first energy advantage. Really close games, all things considered. Yeah, if I would have hit my X speed one turn sooner, we'd have been okay there.